Hi and welcome to MarketingBA.com's first Dreamweaver video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a site in Dreamweaver as well as change the page properties for the different pages that you create. So let's just go into Adobe Dreamweaver CS3, which will be the version that I'm going to be using in this video, and it's okay if you follow along in any other version as well. So the first thing we want to do now is we want to create a site. So we go up to Site in the menu and we click New Site. And by doing so, we're telling Dreamweaver we want to create a completely new website. And we want to name this site Your Website. And we're going to be putting this into the local root folder, which we're going to be creating now. And in this folder, we're going to be storing all the different images and pages that are going to be used on this website. So let's just click this folder icon and go to the desktop and click New Folder, and we're just going to call this Your Website. And we're going to double click this, click Select, and you'll notice that on your screen it's just going to say Your Website, but due to bug it's not coming up. So let's go to the default images folder and we'll click the folder icon, and we're going to create this within the Your Website folder, New Folder, Images, and open and select. And I'm just going to have to write that again there. And I'm going to click OK, and as you see, Dreamweaver has now created the site folder and the images folder within the site folder. So the second thing I want to show you now is what happens if you drag these images into the images folder. You'll notice in Dreamweaver now that they've been added to the images folder, so it's always a good idea to check in Dreamweaver that you put them in the right folder by just checking here under local files in the images folder if they've popped up. The second thing we want to do is create our first page. So let's right click on Site and New File, and we get a new file called untitled.html. We want to rename this to index.html, and by doing so we're telling the web host where we upload the website that this is going to be our main page. So anytime someone goes in on your website, this is the first page they're going to be seeing. So let's double click that now, and as you see, we've now come into the page and we can edit it. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to go into the page properties down here under the properties tab, page properties, and we're going to be changing the different properties of this page. But before we do so, I'm just going to change the title here, and this is a good thing to remember, that you always want to change the title of the website before you do anything else, just to make sure that it's not called untitled document. So let's call this Your Website and Home, just so everyone knows that this is the home of our website. And let's now go into the page properties, and we have 5 different tabs here. We have appearance, we have links, we have headings, title and encoding, and tracing image. And we're not going to be looking at this tracing image right now. And in the title here you see that this is already set up, so that's all we're going to do there. So let's look at the appearance tab. And in the appearance tab, you're going to be choosing just some general appearance features that you're going to be using on this page. So anything that you change here is going to change as a default for the whole page that you've created. Let's just try this out. Let's change the font to Arial and size to 12 and the text color to black. Click Apply and OK. And now any text we write, hello stranger, will now be Arial and size 12 and black. Let's go back into the page properties now and look at the background color. Let's just choose black and click Apply, and as you see, we've now changed the whole background color of the page to black. You can change this to any color, say green, click Apply and change this to green. Let's just clear this for now, default color, and click Apply, and look at the background image. Let's browse through the folder that we've created. We'll click Site Root just to make sure that we're in the right folder, Your Website, and Images. And let's just choose any image now to put as the background. Let's choose the logo and click Apply, and as you see, Dreamweaver now repeats the logo as the background all over the page. And you can change exactly how you want Dreamweaver to do this by going down to repeat, and you can click no repeat so it just shows the logo, and you can click repeat to get the effect that we just had, and repeat X makes it repeat on the X-axis, and repeat Y on the Y-axis, and of course the bigger the picture the more it's going to cover, so it'll repeat less. Let's just clear this now. Click apply and go over to the links. In the links tab you can format links to look exactly the way you want them to, and the first thing we want to look at is the link font, and as default it's set as same as page font, which simply means that it's going to be the same as we put on the page font on appearance, which would be Arial, and I like to keep it this way just to keep the flow of the text. And on the size, let's just put that to 12, which means it's going to be the same as under the appearance as well, just to keep the flow, but you can put anything you want here. I mean, you could put 16 just to make the link a bit bigger so you distinguish it a bit more from the other text. But let's put that at 12 right now. And now let's look at the link color. And any link color you choose is going to be the color of the link before anyone has clicked on it or hovered over it or anything. And let's just put that at black. And let's just choose another color for the rollover links. Let's choose red for rollover links. This is the color that people are going to see if they hover over your link. And for a visited link, we're going to choose yellow, which is the color they're going to see if they've already visited the link. And active link, we'll choose blue, which is the color people are going to see if they click on your link. I'm going to show exactly what I mean in the browser in just a second. I'm going to click apply, I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to create a link out of Hello Stranger now. I'm going to double click Hello Stranger and I'm going to go down to the link bar and I'm going to write in index.html, which just simply means that it redirects to the same page as the link. And I'm now going to go into File and Preview in Browser, and I'm going to choose Firefox. You can choose any browser, but I prefer Firefox. And then we're going to save this. And as you see now, we've created a link that's underlined and it's black, and if we roll over this link it's going to turn red, and if we click the link we're going to get the active link color, which is blue. And as you see, when we visited the link, as we clicked it, it turns yellow. So we can go back into Dreamweaver now and look at the page properties again and go into links and just look at the underline style now. As you see now, it's always underlined, so anytime we clicked it, or if we didn't click it, or if we hovered over it, it would always be underlined. We could also choose never underline, which would have the opposite effect of never having a line under the link, or we could choose show underline only on rollover, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Let's click apply and OK, and go to File again, and Preview in Browser, Firefox. And as you can see now, it's kind of hard to see as the link is yellow, but it has no underlining until you hover over and you see that underlining that is added to the link. So let's go back into Dreamweaver now and back into page properties. Let's take a look at the headings. In the headings tab, you can format your titles to have the font, size, and color that you want. And you do this by just changing the font here. Let's take Times New Roman. Now let's change heading 1, which will be the only one we're going to be working with now, changing that into size 18 and color red, and apply and OK. And let's just take away the link now so that the heading applies properly. Click OK and go down to Format here and just press this drop down menu here. And as you see now, you can see heading 1, which was one we just worked with. You click heading 1, and as you see now, this text has turned red, size 18, and Times New Roman. And you can apply this to any other text that you write underneath here. Let's just write anything and go down to heading 1 again. And as you see, it just formats the text. So this is great if you have loads of different titles that you're going to be using. You can just go into the page properties here, go into headings, and you can add the different headings that you're going to be using. So you don't have to change the properties and format of each of the headings every single time. Check out the next video to learn how to create and work with tables, insert images, and create a navigation bar.